Hi, welcome back to my channel again everyone. Now if you remember last time we were doing the down tube on here. Changed that, and what I've been doing, I've welded in place and I welded the brackets on as well, so that's bolted in place ready. So I'll just take it around to let you see that. So you can see I've just welded in round here for now. That's got to be dressed off and a sort of a gusset plate put in here somewhere. And then down there I've made these two brackets, one round either side, and like I said I was going to do, I've welded that in and I've ground it off so it's all nice and flush, so it'll look quite nice when it's painted. Needs dressing up a little bit. Next thing, got to put the bars, the engine pipes underneath here and try and blend them in with the back. So what we're going to do is blend it in at the front here as it goes down, and it goes off in a Y piece, so we'll try and get that here cut ready for welding. And also we're going to have a look along here as to where to take the bars to blend into this. Now I don't like this that much, the bar run along here, but I don't want to go to the extent of changing the whole back end of the frame, otherwise might as well have built a whole new frame. So the plan is to take them along here and take them up, blend into this one. Now let's see, what I've been doing is I've been doing the old Blue Peter, making little bits of card and cutting it out. I did cut some curves out which matched the pipe bender, so hopefully these curves I've got here are going to be as the pipe's going to come out once it's been bent in the belt sander. Not the belt sander, the pipe bender. Get right in a minute. Now, so this is the first one I did. You see I cut some bends and just put them like that. So they're going to go along here and match up with the two fixing points which are from the engine bolts there. Now, see what I've done is I turned down some little bobbins with a hole in the middle, and then I've ground them flat on the bottom and chamfered them. And the idea is they're going to sit on the pipe and be welded on, and well, I'm going to put the bobbins onto there first and weld them as I make it, so that they'll be held in the right place. Now I don't know if that's going to be enough. I'll see what it's like when it's welded. I might put some extra gusset plates, maybe on the back. But as I say, this was the first one. Anyway, when I made that one, I wasn't too happy about this section here. It was a bit long, so I tried another one where I made the bends a little bit tighter, so it's got a bit more curve to it as it goes up, and that's the one I'm going to try and aim for. The only thing with this is that trying to get a double bend like that is not very easy on a pipe bender. Once you've got one bend in, it's can you hold it right while you get the next one in. But I'll wait and see, I'll give it a go. If I have problems, I could always cut the bends and put a slug in and weld them. And then making it in 2 or 3 separate parts rather than 3 bends all in one. Right, now I don't know if you can all see there very well. We've got the pipe here which I'm going to mark and cut to try and blend in with this one. Now I'm going to be able to move in and out of the camera because you've probably got a better view of it there than I have as I try and get this marked. Let's see, so I really should have a mark down the centre of the pipe. Let's just put a bit of tape on there so I can get a little bit of a line as a guide to work from. So that's the front of the pipe, front centre. So really what I want is the edge of this pipe here level with the edge of this one. So that's what I'm aiming for. That's my starting point. So that's about it there. And then we've got to go down. So I say that's roughly the angle I want, and I go from my mark, take it across there. That's the start. Now I've left it ever so slightly long, so I can always trim a little bit off. The other thing is looking at this pipe. With it being at an angle, this is coming forward, the back is actually higher than the front. So I've got to make sure I get that right. So have a look along that way. So I'll give that a go, try cutting that off and see what it looks like. Right, so that's cut roughly at the right place. A little bit of grinding and a little bit of welding will sort it out. Just pop you back up here. Right, so we now need to have this so it bends up to there, but touching this little engine mount here, so it needs to go there. So if I just make a mark, right, so that's it, just a little bit of mark there so I can see where it is. And the other thing I need is the top of this, so I know where to put my bends. So I'll just put a mark along there. Yep. See if you can make it out there, but there's a chalk line running along the top there now. So when I bend it, I'm going to make sure that that's exactly upright. So I need to get my bender sorted out. Right, so I've got the bender ready there, got the pipe, and this is my template. Now, working from my template, let's try and figure out where the first bend's got over. And it's a little bit of calculation and a little bit of guesstimation involved, I think. Let's just try my template in here. And just looking at it, I think the edge of my pipe wants to go there and bend it down. I'm going to put my template on here, and then I can see where the mark is. It's just here. So if I can put that mark in the pipe bender level with the end of the former and give that a go. The only thing I'm trying to rely on here is that the pipe doesn't pull through as we bend it, but hopefully it won't happen, but if it does, at least it's only happened on the first one, and we can try and make sure that it doesn't happen on the remainder of them. The guide. Right. And then we'll try to bend it and see if we can get the same bend as this, using the template as a guide. quite heavy enough for this. I think I'll have to go on a seafood diet. Seafood, I eat it. Yeah, I've got a long way to go. It's getting there, a little bit at a time, and it doesn't really seem to be creeping through the forming much. Nearly there, just a little bit more, and a few more degrees. More degrees still. Just take a little bit at a time, just gradually. Now I'd say that's it. See if we can get this out and have a look at it. It. Very nice bend that. So putting this on. There's my mark, which I put the white chalk mark. Seems fine. Now we need to put another one in going this way. So again, I'll put the former, or should I say the template, in the former. Because hopefully I want to put it in that way, and this is where the problems occur, where, well, yeah, it looks like it'll be alright with this block getting on there. So that's going in there. Transfer a mark under here. So I want it roughly there in the former. If we put that back on here, so it goes on there, so the mark is just here. So that's the mark that's got to go in the former and bend it down this time. Get it through here. And the main thing is to keep this pipe exactly vertical with your bending machine. That looks about right. Guide in. Bend a bit first. So we need to bend that one and take parallel with that one now. That's about it. And it's almost ready for the moment of truth, isn't it? looks like with the former, the guy, temperature I say. Yeah, it's quite close with the template. They look about the right width apart. I suppose the proof is in the pudding. This is the real test. Well, it's starting to look good. Front fitting in place, which is where I wanted it. I'll hold it in the right place so it's touching the front engine mount. Back engine mount's there, and if I'll say get it in the right spot, it's close enough to weld onto there. Now we've just got to blend this in here. I'll put a few marks because when it's flush with the bike it'll be about there. I think that's where I need to cut it off. Maybe I'll leave a little bit extra on. And then right. Yeah. So it's going to sweep into here, so I need a curve cutting out of this. So I'll have to cut from there to there a line. Could cut a straight line and then grind it in a little bit. It's curved, so I'll have a go at that. Well, it's ground in nicely now. It took about 20 times offering her up to it and grinding it off, a little bit more at a time, but those flat wheels on an angle grinder don't have to take a lot of the work out of filing things down like you used to in the old days. So as you can see, it's on there now. It's looking quite good. I'll just take it a little bit closer. So say going from the front, going along underneath, we'll be able to weld onto that engine mount, the boss which I've put there, another one here, and then goes round along to the back. So I'm quite pleased with that, and looking down, it's going to blend in there nicely. I'll get this welded round, and what I'll do is I'll fill that with weld along here and grind it down so it looks nice and smooth, blending in each other. So it looks like it's grew there rather than just being a lump of steel welded onto it. Well, I'm quite pleased with that. I just need now to decide whereabouts to put this footrest. Might use the centre bolt off that engine mount, put it onto there, and weld a lug on here somewhere to act as the second point to hold it. So I'm quite happy with the way that's going. It's a long time since I've used a pipe bender. I used to be an electrician in the shipyards when I was a teenager, and used to use pipe benders there, and at the time I wasn't bad with a pipe bender, and I was a bit worried that I might have lost it by now, but it seems to have went alright. But saying that, I know I've just cursed myself, because now what's going to happen when I do the other side, it's going to go all to cock and it'll be nowhere near this. So anyway, I'm hoping I can do the other side as good as this. So next time I see you, hopefully I've done that, and we'll probably be ready welding these back in place and getting the footrest sorted out. So thank you very much again for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed it, or at least found something useful for you which I've been doing here, and I hope to see you again next time. So take care everyone.